Hello everybody, welcome back. Simslife here, back with another tutorial. And in this tutorial I figured I would show you how I make custom lipstick in The Sims 4. Now for this tutorial you will need the female template, which I will link in the description, a photo editing software, and Sims 4 Studio. But before I get into it, I know I've been asked in the past about GIMP. I don't know GIMP. I've only ever used Photoshop, so that is the one that I will be using, that I will always use. It's just the one that I'm most comfortable with. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Create CAS Standalone. And you're going to want to find lipstick. So you're going to want to go to Female and go to Part Type and Lipstick. Now I usually use just the first one. You can pretty much use any one that you want to use. It doesn't really matter. Preferably base game if you want to be able to share it, so that way anybody can use it and not have to require a certain pack. So we'll hit next, and I'm just gonna, this is the package file that you're going to put in your mods folder. I'm just naming it test. It's just for this video, and I'm going to save it directly into my mods folder. Okay, so when this part comes up here, if you want, you could do this first so you don't forget. Go to categories and make sure it's, every day is checked. Which career. I don't have how-to, so that don't matter. Then go to warehouse up at the top here next to studio, and come down and find composition method, and we're going to change that to from a 4 to 0. Okay, click back on studio, go back to texture, now go to specular and make that blank, and go back to diffuse, and we're just going to export the E8 lips. And I already have a folder that I have set for this, so I'm just going to save it in the folder that I've already made. And I'm just going to title these, or call these E8 lips, so that way I know that those are EAs, not mine. And save. So I'm going to open up this female template in Photoshop. Okay, so once you're there, go ahead and open up the EA lips. I'm just going to go ahead and select all, Control C to copy, and I'm going to paste them right over here onto the template. And then I'm just going to use my move tool to move them up over the lips. You can hold Alt and scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and out. So once they're there and lined up, go ahead and hit the check mark. Alright, so once you have it checked, once you hit the check mark, when you have them placed where you want them, go ahead and go to Google, and you can type in lips, lipstick, and then go to images, and just look for maybe a lip that you want. Always look for one that's got like a neutral face, that's the one that's not smiling or frowning or open mouth. Like this is a good one right here. It's a neutral face. You got neutral, and there's no teeth showing or anything like that. I do have one already that I'm using. I'm just showing you like how you could find them. Or you can look under just lips. And continue looking for lips that have a neutral pose. Let's just click on this one. So like once you find one that you would want, you would just save image as, and then save it. So I'm going to go ahead and open the ones that I had found. These are the ones I'm going to be using. I'm going to select all and copy and paste them here. I'm going to do Control T for free transform because I'm going to make them a little bit smaller so I could start measuring them a little bit easier. Scroll in a little bit more. I'm going to go down, right down in here. You can change the opacity, so that way it makes it like you can see right through it. So you can see when you're trying to match it up. little bit smaller. Try to match up the corners. Alright, when you got it pretty much where you want it, just hit the check mark. I'm not making this perfect, this is just for the tutorial. You know, but you could add highlights and shadows. I'm not good at all that, so I'm just showing you how I do it. So once you got it where you want it, click on layer 1 and go right up here to your quick selection tool. And then just click over here and it'll highlight the lips for you, or it'll outline them. Go up to layer 2, go to select, and inverse. And then go to your eraser tool, and then we're going to just erase all the excess skin. And then you can just deselect with Control D. You can bring your opacity back up. And then I'm just gonna hide layer 1, and then I'm gonna hide the background. And then I'm going to save this save it as a PNG. And don't forget to retitle it. We'll just call this lip 1. Doesn't matter, this is just for you. And then we're going to save it. Open up Sims 4 Studio, and then we're going to import the lip. There it is. Now we'll just go into the game real quick before we do anything else, just to make sure that it looks okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the lipstick that we just made, which is this one right here, which doesn't look too bad. I mean, you could take your time and make sure that all the edges are done. You could line it, put a little shadowing or highlights or whichever. But now let's go ahead and make another swatch. Alright, so let's get off our eraser tool so that way I don't make a mistake here. So go ahead when you're on layer 2, go ahead and add another layer. Now we can just go ahead and mess with like the hue and saturation. Let's go ahead and make it more red. Okay, we could go ahead and save that. Save it as a PNG. We'll just title this red. And if you like different colors, you can make different colors, like more maybe a purplish. We'll go ahead and save that. Save as. PNG, maybe purple, call it purple. So I'm just going to do these just to give you an idea. You would just go ahead and mess around with the colors. You can do colorize and select like a different color. Okay, so once you got your other swatches added, we'll go ahead and import. We'll go ahead and import red. We'll add another swatch. And we'll import purple. There we go. And now we can use our right click, take a little sample so we know what color that is. Go ahead and right click, take a sample. Looks a little similar, so we'll just kind of do it around there. And then same thing with this one, which still looks a little doesn't matter. It's just for the tutorial. And then we're going to save. And then go back in game. Okay, so here we are back in game. Let's go ahead and find the lipstick that we made. Here is the first one. Here it is in the red. And the purple-ish. Pinkish purple? I don't know. But I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, for a brush job. But anyways, guys, that's how I make the custom lipstick anyways. I hope this helps somebody. If this helps you in any way, don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe for future videos. I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.